Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today we're going to do something that we had been promising some different people for a while, and we've just had to add it to our list, and so today we're going to get that done. Now, when I had the July challenge, maybe that was, can't remember. Anyway, a lot of you sent me these playing cards. These are the simplicity ones, I think, yeah. And then these are just regular playing cards, and I actually have a couple of stacks of these that have some missing, so I will probably be using those. So we're going to decorate up some playing cards. I've already got some here that are done. You can use these in your journals, in your mini albums, in your scrapbooking. You can use these lots of different ways. Now this one, I have just put a clip at the top, and I'll clip it onto my journal. Let me grab my journal. I always like to show you the different ways that you can use these. So let's just grab the journal. Now, if you wanted to just put this here, you could just clip it on. And this is just one of those little clips, and I've just got a little piece of twine sewn on it, or tied around it. So there is your little card. You can call these journaling cards, little pockets. This one actually has a little pocket on the front and a little tag that slips down in there, and on the back you can do your writing. So that is some different ways, or if you wanted to, you could just tuck them in a pocket. You could tuck them down in a pocket or put them in a little side tuck. Lots of different things that you could do with these. Let's see, there's a little side tuck. So let's play around with some and see what we can come up with. Let me put that back there because I will end up knocking it off on the floor. So like I said, I did this one and I put a little pocket in the front. I did this one, a little pocket in the front, and used a little bit of some of the trim that you guys have sent me. And then it's got just a little tag in there. And then that slides back down, and then the back, I just put some of my dyed paper on the back. This one I actually used some paper that one of you guys sent me to make to cover it, and then some trim lace that was also sent to me from one of you. Let me change my light a little bit so you can see that. And then some bling. There's another little pocket with one of the tickets in it from our last week's freebie. And then the back, as you can see, you can journal on that. This one I didn't decorate up a lot because I loved that image right there. I just put a little pocket down here with a little Tim Holtz tag on there, and then a couple of little tickets. This is just an old vintage ticket, and then that's just a little ticket from Ephemera, and stuck that down in there, and then you can journal on the back. And then this one I just started making, and we're not actually finished with it yet. So this I covered with a napkin. That's a paper napkin on there. And then I did put some collage, no, let's see, what did I put? I put some matte medium over the top to just kind of seal it in, and then I just covered the back with some of our dyed paper. So I'm going to put this, I think, down here on the bottom just as a little tuck pocket. This was in our last week's freebie. Okay, come on, glue. Why does it never fail when you start to do a video, your glue's stopped up? There we go. And I'm not going to cut a notch in the top of that one. Just going to kind of lay it right down there, close to the bottom. And you could either use it for a little tuck, or you could just tuck a little piece of ephemera in there, a little ticket, or you could just put right on the front of that. And then this, I just fussy cut a little butterfly. And we will put him right there. I think that's cute so far. And I did ink around this with some, what did I ink around? Salty Ocean. And then, of course, our little butterfly's got to have a piece of bling. There. And that would probably be all that I would do to that one. I think it's cute. Now we can put a little number or a word or something on here. Let's see what we have. Do we have anything laying right here? Just real close by. I'm just going to look through my little pieces of ephemera here. See if I have anything that I want to put across there. This again is some ephemera that came from you guys. Okay, let's just look through here. What do we want to put there? Let's see. I think I might. Let's see how this would look. That would look okay. So let's just trim that out. This is from one of our printables. And I'm going to ink around this with some of that same Salty Ocean. And then we'll just put that right there. But I think I may want to put something underneath just to give it a little bit of a boost off of that backing there. And I'm just going to use a little piece of the Tim Holtz tissue paper that's been laying here on my desk floating around. I think I'll use that there. And then put that down. That will work. And then I'm going to put it a little bit off center. That way, to me, it looks a little bit better. Now, you may say, well, why in the world cover those cards with paper when you could just make, cut a piece of paper out this size and make it? Well, these cards are pretty stiff. You know about how stiff the cards are. So it makes a really good backing for your little journaling cards. So I think that's cute. Now, let's see. We'll slide something down in there. That would be too big. I don't know if I have anything right here. Let's see. Let's just cut out this little ticket. Well, I think it's not actually a ticket. This is a little postcard that's on here. So let's cut that little postcard out and then just tuck it right there. And there you go. A cute little journaling card or ephemera, something to decorate up your journals. All right, let's do another. Now, there's lots of different ways you can do this. You can put gesso over these and then just, color on them, stamp on them, lots of different things like that. I'm trying to think on this one. What would I do? Okay, let's just grab another piece of paper. And I think on this one I'll use this. You could use any kind, doesn't matter. And then on the back I think I'll just use that. So let's cover this. And that looks like almost the right size right there. Now on these I just use my art glitter glue. If I'm covering it with a napkin, I have been using my glue stick. But to me, the art glitter glue works well if you're using, this is scrapbook paper. Because it doesn't show through and it holds real well, so. Alright. There we go. And then you can just trim that off. Now on the corners, I have been using instead of trying to cut the corners, I have been using my corner rounder. So let's go ahead and cover the back first before we do the corner rounder. Let's just cover it. So how are you guys? We're doing good. Whit's doing well. Melina and Brandon have recovered. They're out of quarantine. The kids, thank the Lord, did not get it. Isn't that weird how you can live in a household with somebody who has the virus and you don't get it? Which that's a blessing for those kids. I was so scared that they were going to get sick. But they are doing well. Melina is just thankful to be out of quarantine. That girl is not a homebody that much. She likes to go, go, go. And so her having to stay in the house for 2 weeks just about drove her crazy. Well, it's been a little bit over 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. But that just about got her, along with the sickness. Okay, so there is the front covered, and then we got that back, and you could write on that. And then I'm going to use some picked raspberry to ink around it. This goes well with this color paper, and I think this is well, I'm pretty sure this is a graphic 45 paper. It's just a scrap that I had. But you can cover these with anything. Even if you have just some, you could cover them with book pages, music sheets. Oh, let's see. You could cover them with your printables, digital papers. And like I said, you can always use gesso. I would use gesso on one of these, but for some reason I cannot. I forgot to put my plastic back under there, and I can't get my gesso open with my hand, and my hubby is not here right now. So, all right. Now, I want to put a little pocket on this one. I just think the little pockets are cute. So, shall we put a little pocket like that? I think that would be okay. And you could either do that, or you could just, use a different color. You wouldn't have to use the same thing to put a pocket on. Just going to cut it right down through there. And I don't like to put the pockets very deep. As you can see, I only put it about maybe an inch up. That way you still have plenty of room to do your decorating and everything up here. So let's do that about right there. And all I'm going to do is grab a pencil, and I'll just mark that where I need to cut it off. Okay. Now we need to put a little punch, just a little tab in the top. Little thumb pull. There we go. And then I'll ink around this. And then we'll glue that down right there. And then I just go back in, and I'm just using my 1/4 inch to clip these corners off. That makes it just about like they were when they were just the cards. About like this curve that's already on here. Alright, now what are we going to do to embellish it? I think I'll cover a little bit of that across. This is that same Tim Holtz tissue paper. Put that right there. And let's see, do I want to ink that up? Probably. I'm just going to ink a little bit around the edges and cross it with some vintage photo. Yeah, I like the looks of that better. Then let's grab some lace. Might want some trim on that. Let's look at a little bit of this. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, let's put this down. Now I'm just putting little dots of glue here and there. This will dry clear, and usually it doesn't affect the tissue paper that much. I don't really see it on my other projects that I use because I kind of squish it in. If you'll take your towel or something and just kind of press it in, then you don't see those dots. I'll show you. See? Can't even tell it's been glued down there. So we want to do this one. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. So let's do that one across the bottom. And where's my tool? Isn't that cute? And this trim also come from one of you guys. And I know I say one of you guys all the time, but you know I can't remember who all sent me what. But if you want to link, if you want to post below and just say, I sent you that trim or I sent you those butterflies, that will be fine. You're welcome to do that. Because I cannot remember. Alright, so that is that. Then what else do we want to put on here? Alright, I think I'm going to put a little piece of book page down right here. And I am going to ink around that with Vintage Photo. And then I have this little piece from Tim Holtz. This is out of his Field Notes pack. And I think I'm going to stick that a little bit down in that pocket. And then put it on there just like that. That's got some of the same colors in it, so I think that'd look okay. So we'll press that down. And it doesn't matter if some of your objects go off the edge. That doesn't matter. That's fine and dandy. Alright, we're going to ink up just a little bit around this little butterfly. And then we'll put, it's a little bit sticky on the back, but I'm going to put a little bit more glue on there. We'll put that right there. He doesn't show up so well there. Let's put a little piece of book page underneath him. He's a little bit the same color. I should have probably grabbed one that was a little bit different color, but we'll put a little piece of book page under. And I just want to tear this out where that little pull is. There we go. And then we'll put our butterfly down. Like that. There we go. That works. So sometimes if your products are a little bit too matchy, if you'll just put a little piece of book page or music page or tissue paper, something under the bottom, then that will make them pop off the page. Right, so that is that. Of course, we're going to put a little bit of bling right in the center of our butterfly. Just like that. like that. And then what shall we do? Thinking. Maybe a little number up top. Just a little. And this is just a little number. Like I said, it's off of something that you guys sent me. I'm not even sure who sent me these. I just pulled them out this morning and got to looking at them, and I thought, that's something that I can use on these cards because they're it's kind of small. And of course, when you're doing something this little, you need little ephemera. So there we go, we've got that. And then we can stick just a little, here are some little pieces of ephemera. They're just little tags. And these are like open tags that you could write on, put some different words or things on there. And I think these are also out of the Tim Holtz field notes, I do believe. Or it could be snippets. But we're going to tuck that right down in there. Just kind of pull it over to the side. And then we have two little tickets in there that we can either use somewhere else in our journal or we can use just like they are. And you know, that is cute enough that I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little word out of here and put across that. Let's just do thankful. I've already got that one ready to go, so we'll just use that one. Well, if I can hold it, we will. Oh, I think I like that. That's cute. That's one of my favorite, I think, so far. Okay, let's try another. Okay, let's do one with some gesso. And gesso, if you have never used gesso, gesso is kind of like a white paint. To me, it's a little bit thinner than white paint. Now, mine may not be because mine has been around for a long time. You can buy a bottle of this and it lasts for a long time unless you do a lot of this type thing. I'm going to go ahead while I am coloring up here, and I'm going to do more than one. Now, it'll probably take a couple of applications of your gesso to cover these. So you can put one on and you can let it dry, or go ahead and dry it with your heat tool. Because these are thick enough that they're not going to bow up by using the heat tool. And then you can put another application on top of that one. So I'm going to dry these real quick, and I'm just going to use my heat tool to dry them up. See, it takes very little to dry that. Then I'll go back in with another application. And if you want just a little bit of your color to show through, you can just leave one coat or two coats I'm going to leave mine about like that. It shows just a little bit, but not a lot. Alright, so there we go. And I'm not going to put any on the back. I will put some of my dyed paper on the back. So we're just going to put that on the front. Now I'm going to set these aside and let them dry, and we'll do another one with something else. Alright, let's do a fall one, and we'll use a piece of this Edith Holden book page. The problem with using these book pages is I like both sides. And it's so hard for me to decide which one I want to use. I think I will put it right there, and so I can pull in these colors. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on here. Now the Simplicity little cards are a little bit smaller than the regular playing cards. And then you might have some larger playing cards, because I know there's some larger ones out there that have the big numbers on them. I have seen those. That's probably really the kind that I need. Alright, I'm going to try laying that down right there. Hopefully that's going to be straight enough. So lay it right there. Then get the excess glue off of it. I have got to clean my scissors off. I actually got a little bit of glue on them yesterday, and they're not happy with me. Oh, and while I'm doing this, while I'm cutting this up, you guys can just watch me, but I have got behind with everything going on promoting YouTube channels. So I wanted to ask you to make sure that you subscribe to one of our admins' YouTube channels. And I will get back to all of yours for everybody who has sent me links to their YouTube channel to promote. I will get back to that very, very soon. But this is one that I actually am way behind on. She is one of our new admins, and it's Donna Jackson, and I will leave her link below. She is doing a lot of great work for us on our E-Club kits. And if you don't know what that is, you can go below and click on that link that says join E-Club kits. You don't have to join just because you click on the link. It will just take you over, and you'll be able to go over and check out what we have for the E-Club kits. And you know, they're a monthly kit, and they're kind of an open kit, so you can kind of create what you want. But you can go over there and check that out. Like I said, just clicking on the link doesn't mean you join. You just can click on the link and go over and check it out. But she is one of our new designers for our E-Club kit, and she's doing some fantastic work. Love for y'all to subscribe to her channel. And then next week, I have a couple of new channels, new to me, that I have watched, and I want to promote them. So that will be coming up next week. Now I think on the bottom of this, I'm going to use these words right here and just glue that down right there. So if you want me to promote your YouTube channel, you can send me your information to my email that's listed below. And I will check your channel out, and all I ask is that you are like us. You don't mind sharing all of your projects that you make. You don't mind other people making those projects. If you are one of those people who, and there are a few, believe me, on YouTube who, you know, they put their projects up, but they're only doing it for money. They're not doing it to share with anybody else. If you're one of those people, then I won't promote your channel. I'm sorry. I don't believe in that. If I wasn't doing this to help you guys out, I wouldn't be doing it because there's not that much money in it, believe me. But I love to teach and I love to help people, learn new things, and I love to share my projects. I love to share my templates. I enjoy that. That's, I give a lot of my templates away. I don't charge you guys for them. It's just because that's something that I like to do. So if you're like that and you don't mind me sharing your information and you want to be promoted, then you are welcome to send me your links. I will go over and check your channel out, and then on one of our videos we'll sponsor you. And in just a second I will pull up Donna's channel and let you guys see what her channel looks like. And thank you all for subscribing to Kathy's. Kathy has, her subscriber list has increased, and I appreciate that. That's because of you, nothing that I have done. I appreciate you going over and checking hers out. And also Melina's. Melina has picked up quite a few new subscribers lately, and that's, again, is nothing that I have done. It's because of you guys, because of her hard work. And even though she was so sick for the 2 weeks, she still tried to go in her craft room and do what she could to get some videos, things pulled together. That's what dedication is all about. I know lots of people do that. Lots of people craft when they really don't feel like it. I understand that. Okay, now what will we do? Now what will we do on here? I think that is cute for fall, isn't it? Let's look and see what we might have in here. There might be a little toadstool in here that we could put on here. That might be the same color. I don't know. It's a little bit off. I don't know. I don't know about that one. We'll look and see. Maybe this one would look better. It's a little bit shorter. Yeah, let's do that one. That one looks pretty good. This is also out of the Tim Holtz Field Notes, and I usually try to have all of that linked below, so you can click on those links. If we don't carry it in the store, I try my best to link it where you can find it in our Amazon store or other places that I know carry it. So, and I'm just digging through here, see what I can find. I haven't got these all separated out yet. So I like that flower right there on there too, but that might be a little bit much. Let's don't do the flower. Let's just do the little toadstool or mushroom or whatever you call these things. I've always called them mushrooms, and then I hear other people calling them toadstools. Which one are they? Are they toadstools or are they mushrooms? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm going to ink that just a little bit more. Putting quite a bit of ink right at the edge, not necessarily up on your project, but right at the edge. Even if it's close to the same color, it makes your piece pop off the page. See how that makes that pop up? I like that part of it. Okay, we'll put that right there. I don't think I want to put anything. Well, let's see. Let's see if we want to put just a tiny little piece of this behind that. Yeah, I'm going to put that little piece of tissue paper behind it. Then, what will we put? Let's see, we're looking. We're looking. I want to find something that's a similar color. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this down, and then we'll come back and find something that's close to the same color, or a fallish color anyway. I'll put that on there. I'm just going to let that hang off a little bit. And pressing that in makes it look more like it's just attached there and not necessarily just another piece that you put on top. There we go. We'll put our little mushroom on top. Cute. I like that. I like that so far. Isn't that cute? And then I want to put a little tag in the top. And since this little piece is off of that same paper, off of that same sheet, we're going to use this to make our little tag. And I'm just going to cut a little bit to make it into a tag shape. Okay, then I do need to back it with something, so what I think I'll do is just use another card and back it on there. That'll make it a little bit stiffer. Since I have plenty of these to use up. There we go. So there's our little tag, and then we'll ink that up. And I think I'll just use this other little piece right here just to cover the back. That way if we want to put some journaling on the back of this, we can. And I have a little scrap piece and I don't want to throw it away, so, and it just fits. All I need to do is trim around it just a little bit. There we go. Ink on the back side. And tuck that little ticket in there. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Look at that. That is cute. And it's just got those little words sticking out. Now we will put some little something up here, and then let's see if we have a little tiny butterfly that might go with this. And I printed this sheet off. I can't remember exactly where I got it. It's a sticker sheet actually, but I didn't make it into stickers. I just printed it off, and I've been using it for my just little tiny pieces that I needed. They're a little bit tedious to cut out, but they're tiny, and a lot of times it's hard for you to find little pieces that you can use on things like this. So I'm going to trim this out. It's just a little butterfly that's got some of that. I think that'll work. Yeah, it's got some of that browned around the edge, but I don't want to use one that's too matchy-matchy. It's got a little bit of purple in the center, but I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, I got a question for you guys. Who out there has a Brother Scan and Cut? And let me know if you like it, if it's worth the money, because they are a little bit pricey. Let me know if you can cut things like this out. I mean, I know that probably would be too busy, but can you scan in things like this and then cut them out with it? Or not? Because, you know, the fussy cutting is not, I don't like fussy cutting. It's not my favorite thing to do. So I'm trying to find a machine that might do it for me. Okay, we're just going to put that right there. Little butterfly coming in there to the toadstool. And then, do we want anything else off of here? So just let me know if that's something that, you know, you use, you like. I'd be interested to find out. I think I'm going to use one of these little green pieces of bling to put right here at the top. And I want some little something up here. I think just a piece of trim maybe. Okay, I don't have any brown trim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this in. I'm going to take my brown dauber. I'm just going to run over that piece to darken it up a little. And then I'm going to put a little bit of that in there. Just kind of make it look a little bit more like fall maybe. Then we'll put that on there like that. I don't even know any stories to tell you guys today. Nothing has really happened. We've all been kind of secluded at home. And oh, I can let you know though that our drawing should be the first of the week for our 50,000 subscriber giveaway. Melina is, like I said, she is out a little bit. She still didn't have a lot of energy, but she's out and about just a little bit today. And she said, Mom, I think by Monday or Tuesday, I will be able to, you know, get back out and I can come over and we can do the giveaway. So we're going to do our drawing probably, it may be Wednesday of next week. So I'm not going to try to get her out too quicker than what she needs to. Okay, that little piece of bling right there. And there is that little fall card. Oh, we didn't put anything on the back. What can we put on the back? We have to cover the back, don't we? Let's see. Let me grab a little piece of our tea dyed paper. Or coffee dyed paper. That should do it right there. Well, might be a little bit short that way. Let's go this way. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel and checked out the ways that you can enter the 50,000 subscriber giveaway, then that link will be below. Make sure that you go and do so that you can be entered in the giveaway, because it is only for subscribers. It is not for anybody else. It's just our way of saying thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being with us, sticking with us through everything that you have, supporting our channel. I'm sorry, I think I'm off screen, and I apologize for that. I'm just cutting these corners a little bit. I get to thinking about what I'm doing, and I just keep drawing it closer and closer to me. Forget all about you guys out there when I'm really concentrating. Alright, there we go. Now we're finished with that one. We have the backing on there. It's ready to go. So there is another. Okay, I have got those back. They're dry, and I have pulled out my stamp from Blue Fern, and it is called Registered Letter. Turn it over where you can see everything. We have more of these on the way. I think we sold out of the ones that we had, but we have more on the way. If you want to grab one, you can go ahead and pre-order it. They should be here next week. And I'm going to use this large one. I'm just going to kind of stamp a little bit off on this one. And I'm using Memento ink. That way, if I decide to go back over it with anything, it won't smear. That's a really pretty stamp. I like that. Okay, then on this one, I think we might just stamp this little piece right here. It just says registered. Might stamp that up there. Whoops. I was about to stamp it upside down. There we go. And we'll let those dry for just a second, and then we'll add some other things to that. Like I said, if you want to order this stamp, they are pre-order right now. Should be more in next week, probably the first of the week. So what else do we want to put on here? I think I might take this napkin and just tear out a little bit of this bluebell. I guess what this flower is called. Looks like a bluebell to me. And I know if I use a water pen, it will do better, but I'm just going to tear it this way. I think we'll bring that in right there. And I'm just going to use some of my matte medium to put that down with. And right now I'm going to try not to touch that because it's not completely dry. If it was dry, the matte medium wouldn't bother it. But it's not completely dry, so I'm going to try not to touch it for now. Okay, let's go in real easy and try to put a little bit. There we go. Alright, it's smeared a little bit because it's not dry, but that's okay. Not worried about it. Then I'm just putting a little bit of matte medium on top. It takes it a lot longer to dry on a surface like this, because this is actually a kind of a shiny surface, than it would on just regular paper. So there we go. We've got the bluebell there, and then I want to put some other things on there. Okay, then I've grabbed this little teal butterfly, and I'm going to put it down right there. And I'm just going to go over it with some matte medium too. Doesn't hurt anything. And okay, I have this little toadstool or mushroom, just a little tiny one, and I'm going to put it right down here at the bottom, coming up into the flowers. And then I have the stamp, and I think I'm just going to put it kind of off the page like that and cut it, and it'll just look like they cut that part of the stamp off. So let's glue this down first. We can cut that part of the stamp off, and then we can use that again somewhere else. And then we'll ink around this. Then I'm going to come in a little bit with the black ink right here on the edges. Let me grab a dauber. There we go. And this one we won't put a pocket on because I don't want to cover all that up. We'll just leave that to be a little journal card. I'm going to put just a little bit of bling right in the center of the butterfly. And I'm going to put just the silver. And we do have some of the silver in stock, the big rolls of the silver. If you want to go over and check those out, I'll try to remember to link them below. But if I don't, you can just go to the shop and under new products, and it will be there. It's the silver center instead of the black. So there is that one. And then we'll put, when this dries better, we will put a little backing on there so that can be another little journal card. And then we've got this one. That's probably all I'm going to do on the video. So I'm going to put this little stamp down. This is a Tim Holtz faux stamp. And I'm just going to put it down right up there in the edge, like that, since that kind of looks like it should be a little stamped image there. And I'm probably not going to do a lot to this one either. I may put just a little flower or something over the top of that, but I don't think I'm going to do a lot. Okay, I think we'll come in with this little butterfly, and it's one of the small ones. I just grabbed it off my desk just to kind of put something right there. And then I have this little, I think this is a little tea card, and I'm just going to ink the edges. we'll put this right down here, just like that. And I think on this one I might put a little piece of lace, a little piece of trim. It just looks a little bit plain at the bottom. Okay, we'll put that trim on there, but I want to ink around it first. We'll come back in with the black, just right on the edges, just to kind of tie that stamp image in there. Then we'll put a little bit of this lace across the bottom. Okay, there we go. And that is just, ooh, got a hair on there. And that is just one that you've put gesso over and then stamped and then did a little embellishing on the top. You can do them like that, and then we'll cover the back when all of this dries really well. I think that's cute. I do think I'm going to put my bling right in the center of that butterfly. I just feel like he's naked if I don't put some bling in there. We don't want a naked butterfly. There we go. Now, I feel like that's more complete. So there are our cards, altered playing cards that we have done. I do think my favorite is covering them with paper, or even the napkin. I think that's pretty too. I like all of them, but it just takes a little bit less time if you do them with the napkin or just the scrap paper. And it's a good way to use up your scraps. So now we have all of these journaling cards that we can use in our journals, or you can use them in your mini albums or even in your scrapbooking. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because in order to win any of the giveaways or get any of the giveaways, you do have to be a subscriber to our channel. We will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.